Hello again, all my beautiful Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign friends. Again, my name is LaChon with Power Life Hypnosis, and this is part 2 to your June 2018 love and romance reading. As always, I would like to say thank you so much to all of those who thumbs up and liked my videos. Thank you to all of those who have commented and shared my videos. Thank you to all of my old subscribers as well as all of my new subscribers. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at my website, POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instant Go app, available for those of you who have iPhones and iPads. It is available through iOS, a free app. Both links to Instant Go, my Instant Go, as well as my website are in the description box below, so please check those out. If you're single and you would like to know who your future long-term romantic partner is, including details such as when you'll meet your partner, where you'll meet your partner, what your partner will look like, how to recognize your partner, as well as align yourself with him or her and the relationship of your dreams, you can book a future partner reading with me now through the description box below. So please check that out. You can also book an extended future partner reading with me, which is a 6 or more card reading on addition to your details, as well as a 10, 20, or 30-minute reading. So again, check that out in the description box below. Once again, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. If they do not, you can go ahead and check your moon and rising sign videos, as those messages may. If these messages do resonate, go ahead and check your moon, sun, and rising sign videos in order to gain a more complete picture of your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. So my Libra friends, this is again part 2 to your June reading. So in the first part of your reading, we did do your predictions. So if you are just tuning into this video and you haven't seen the first half, I do recommend going and checking out that first video. The link will be in the description box below. This is a standalone reading as well. However, again, I do recommend looking at the first video in order to see the predictions of what you're going to experience, because this portion of the reading is the guidance as to how to get the best outcome regarding the predictions that we discussed in the first video. So let's go ahead and get into your guidance now, Libras. Again, check out that first video if you haven't already, or you can check that out after watching this video. But again, I do recommend doing that the other way around. So let's go ahead and lay out your guidance here. All right, so let's go ahead and begin this reading without further ado. So the first card that I have here, this is from my, I believe these are crystal angel cards or something along those lines. The first card that I have here is Topaz. Forgiveness heals. Time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. How interesting is that? That we have, again, a card of releasing. So you remember that we had this card of releasing your ex, Libra. So again, it's saying time to release repressed anger as it's blocking your health and happiness. So in the beginning of your first reading, that is what I was speaking of when I said that you may have to release, anger. You may have to release resentments. You may have to release frustrations. This can be regarding past relationships, or this can be even regarding, family or growing up, programming that we received. However this resonates with you, feelings of abandonment, maybe a parent wasn't around, or caregiver wasn't around, so you may need to forgive that person in order to move forward past a fear of abandonment, for example. But again, this says forgiveness heals. So if there's somebody who you need to forgive, whether it be a partner, whether it be a parent, whether it be yourself, for past actions that you've done, or a friend, however this resonates with you, there is forgiveness that is needed. So release this repressed anger that is blocking your health and happiness and your ability to attain a fulfilling, happy, healthy, long-term relationship. I have here the card of turquoise. Spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clear to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So how I was saying before that there are a lot of changes coming up within your romantic relationships that will bring a lot of positive energy and that will bring a lot of healing during the month of June. So this turquoise card is, confirming that, saying that you are going on a spiritual path. Your path right now, your actions, your experience, again, how, you know, we talked about it, whatever you're experiencing, this is fated, this is destined. So you are on a path in which your true beliefs are, again, becoming more clear to you, causing you to make necessary life changes. So you may be realizing what it is that you want in your life. You may be realizing what direction you're going in. You may be realizing, you know, that you want a fulfilling, happy, healthy relationship. And these things are becoming clear to you. So that's allowing you to change your actions or even change your beliefs, because our actions can depend on our beliefs and how we perceive a particular situation. For example, say there's a connection with somebody, and you know, that maybe they say something to us. For example, they may say something to us and we can react in different ways. You know, we can react, maybe they try to joke around or something like that, play, you know, joke around in a playful way, but a insulting but a playful way. You know, they really do have the intentions of being playful. We could take that, you know, whatever they say, their words, one way, or we could take them in another way. So we could take them in a way that makes us feel rejected and makes us feel hurt, or we could choose to look at the situation in another way and recognize that this person, you know, is fond of us. They're just trying to joke around and tease us, and we can look at the situation in another way. So and you know, that will cause us to behave in different ways, because if we look at the situation in the first way, that may cause us to distance ourselves from that person because we feel rejected. Whereas in the other circumstance, looking at it in the other way may cause us to, for example, play back with that person and, you know, do some banter with that person or something like that. So how we perceive a particular interaction or how we perceive situations does have a large effect on how we behave in these situations. So it could be that your beliefs, that your thoughts, that how you see circumstances, because there are a million different ways to see any one circumstance. So these may be changing or growing or evolving, allowing you to make life changes, allowing you to make different actions. And the wonderful thing is, once we choose a different action, see, here's the thing that we have to realize is, once we choose a different action, we will engender a different outcome. It's like the definition of insanity. It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. So if we want a different outcome in our relationships, if we want happiness, you know, healthy relationship, if we want fulfillment, if we want romance, if we want love, if we want joy, you know, then we have to behave in a way that will align us with that and bring us to that, as opposed to acting out of, for example, fear-based thoughts or beliefs that we're unlovable, which causes us to manipulate or control a situation or try to, you know. However, when we go into romantic relationships with these fears, with these baggages, even though they might not be completely visible, they do manifest themselves within the relationship in some type of way. Because again, what actions we do are based upon how we perceive a certain situation. So the third card that I have here, this is a card on the bottom of the deck, and this is Malachite. Or Malachite. Sorry, I went Hebrew there for a second. Malachite. I have here prosperity. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So you have divine support. Everything is working out for your benefit. God, universe, spirit, your guides, your higher power is working, you know, behind the scenes in order to make the best possible outcome for you to come about. You are prosperous in this situation. So it could be prosperous in love, prosperous in fulfillment, prosperous in joy. There's a positive shift in your flow of divine support. So you are receiving divine support. You are protected. And you know, if you are dealing, for example, with a twin flame, this twin flame is protected as well, but I'm actually getting more so to focus on you. I just heard that. So, you know, when we are in when we are in separation from our twin flames, the beautiful thing is we are protected. Our twin flames are protected as well. Again, but I do see here prosperity. You know, I'm hearing you are protected in this situation. That's something that I heard very strongly. So regardless of the circumstances, even if you have challenges in this situation, know that you are being protected and you are being divinely guided toward, you know, your highest good and your best good and the love you desire, you know, deserve. Okay, so moving forward, let's go into your wisdom of the oracle guidance. I have her on the bottom of the deck. Time to go in the reverse. Card number 45. This is number 13, fork in the road. in the center, once again, the soulmates card, which we did have again here. And then we have here the orphan card in the reverse. So let me see, because we had this soulmate card here with the second prediction, let me, gosh, these cards got all over the place, throwing other cards on top of them, but I want to see here, I want to have this in front of me so I can, you know, look at this if necessary. Excuse me. All right, so because I wanted to look at that again, because I did see I have this soulmate card in front of me regarding the present position, where again there was this rejection and isolation regarding this soulmate or this karmic partner, where somebody's left in the cold here. So that this situation that's going on now, it looks like it really resonates with the guidance that I have here. So let's go ahead and get into this. This time to go card, number 45. So this speaks of endings. It could be that because this card is in the reverse, there has been a hesitation, or there have been trepidations, or it has been challenging. There's been a delay regarding ending a romantic connection or a situation, or, you know, just ending something. It actually doesn't have to be the relationship, but ending something, bringing something to a close. And this time to go in the reverse, this time to go card in the reverse says that whatever situation that you are in, know that this is actually more of a, I just saw 111-5 on the clock. So again, I mean, so this is a lot of spiritual growth, spiritual evolutions, some beautiful new beginnings here. And it's funny, I just forgot the other card on the end. Was it 1115, 1117? I don't know. But again, I do see here a lot of some new beginnings, some very wonderful, beautiful new beginnings. Okay, so again, this time to go card in the reverse, it speaks of a situation that is not over. So this says that you may believe that you reached the end of a situation. You may believe that a situation is over. However, the situation is not over. This is more of a pause or more of a break than an ending. This situation will resurface again. So, you know that you will have to address this situation at some point. Even though there's a break in this situation, it has not ended. You know, you may think that it's ended, or you may think that all is lost regarding this situation, but that is actually not true. So allow divine timing to take its place, because again, this situation will resurface. It could resurface through, you know, this karmic partner. It could resurface through your connection with this twin flame. It could resurface through your connection with a soulmate. It could resurface in some way, shape, or form. But know that whatever you are dealing with during the month of June, this situation will resurface. So again, this is more of a break. This is more of a break than a complete ending. So know that you will have to, you know, address this situation again in the future. So this number 13, fork in the road card, speaks of having to make a decision. So during the month of June, there's some decision, Libras, that you are going to need to make. So, you know, this says, okay, so this is number 13. So this is speaking of building security, building stability, building a foundation within your love life. So there's some decision that needs to be made in order to bring about security and all those good things. You know, a strong foundation, a steady foundation within your love life. So this is saying that, again, there's some important decision that you need to make. Go ahead and make that decision, regardless if this is releasing your ex, regardless if this is moving away from somebody and towards somebody else, regardless if this is just disconnecting from somebody else and allowing, you know, whatever is in store for you in the future to come in, you know, having an open heart regarding new love coming in, however this is. But this is saying, you know, what direction are you going to go in, Libras? Are you going to go this way? Are you going to go this way? Are you going to choose this? Are you going to choose that? Are you going to choose, for example, fear? Are you going to choose love? Are you going to choose doing the same thing that you've always done? Or are you going to choose something different? Are you going to choose staying trapped in the same cycles, or staying trapped in toxic connections, or repeating toxic cycles? Or are you going to step out of this energy and do something different? Are you going to keep somebody in your life? Or are you going to release them? You know, so are you going to continue to stay in a toxic situation, or are you going to retreat? So you know, this situation is speaking of making a decision, and know that no matter what decision you make, you are being encouraged by God, universe, universe, your higher power. You're just being encouraged to make a decision one way or the other. And if you happen to make a decision that, you know, once you make it, you believe, oh, this maybe wasn't the worst, wasn't the best decision to make, know that, you know, your higher power, your guys love giving you infinite chances. So as long as you make a decision, you are going in the right direction. As long as you make some type of decision, you are doing the right thing. But, you know, it is very important for you at this time to make that decision and, you know, really think about what decision that you're going to make, and you know, the repercussions and the outcome, because again, it looks like this situation, whatever you are experiencing, is going to arise once again. So how do you want to make, you know, this decision? Do you want to move on? Do you want to bring something back in the future? You know, however this resonates with you. And this is regarding, again, a soulmate, a very important, very significant relationship. So I've said this before, but again, soulmates come into our lives for particular reasons. Sometimes they could be in our lives for the long term. Sometimes they can be in our lives for the short term. Sometimes they're in our lives forever, like our families, you know, or long-term friends. Or there are times where people could come in and out of our lives. When the soul contract ends, they leave our lives. But I do see here a very significant, very important relationship that you will be needing to make some decision in, or you may need to make some decision regarding this soulmate, what you're going to do. This is a 41 energy with the soulmates card, speaking of changes coming here. So again, some of you may need to make some big change, make a decision, make a change, do something different in order to attain and achieve this security and this stability here. But you are dealing with a soulmate. You are dealing with a very significant romantic relationship. Because this soulmates card is in the upright, I'm feeling as though it's more likely a beneficial, a positive commitment. But again, soulmates can come into our lives forever. They can come into our lives for a period of time. The purpose is to help us grow and learn lessons. When it comes to our twin flame, you know, that person is in our lives regardless. You know, they may leave our lives, but they always come back. Twin flames do not, you know, they cannot separate forever. They do not separate for long periods of time. Even if they come back, well, I can't say long periods of time because time is subjective, but even if they come back together in a future life, you know, even if you weren't able to attain that spiritual growth and alignment and evolution in this life, because there are more lives for you to live and attain that, so you come back together with the soulmate in another life. For some of you, you could be coming together with this twin flame, and this could be ending your involvement, for example, in the reincarnation loop. I feel as though for some of you, you know, this could be your last lifetime here on earth, because you are connecting with the soulmate, you are connecting with your twin flame. And, you know, once we do that, once we have that spiritual evolution, once we have that spiritual growth, we then have the decision of whether we want to re-enter the reincarnation loop or if we would rather stay in the spirit world. So for some of you, this could be your last time reincarnating on earth, connecting with your twin flame and going through spiritual evolution and things like that. But, you know, for others of you, this could just be a soulmate that comes into your life for a period of time. This could be speaking of this karmic partnership, for example. So you may need to make a decision regarding this karmic partnership, or some of you may need to make a decision regarding your twin flame, because again, this situation will not end, you know, or it has not ended. So if this is speaking of a past situation with this time to go card, this could be saying that a connection has not ended. So moving forward, I have here this number 5 orphan card in the reverse. And this orphan card, again, it speaks of changes. I have a lot of energy about changes here. So I have here orphan. And this orphan card number 5 in the reverse speaks of issues of abandonment. So this can be saying that you, Libra, may have some kind of issues regarding abandonment or ideas regarding abandonment. It may be a good time to look at, you know, these patterns, or look at these fears, because fears are really false evidence appearing real. We may have fears, or we may perceive abandonment as a reality or as an outcome, but that is, again, just a self-perception. This may also be saying that some of you may be feeling, you know, challenges in relationships regarding, for example, letting your walls down, for example, connecting with another individual, being your authentic self, allowing somebody to see the best and the worst in you, because you may be afraid that, you know, that relationships are going to hurt you, or you may be afraid that if you let your guard down, or if you really desire a commitment with somebody, that you may be hurt. You know, this speaks of a fear of commitment and things like that, a fear of being your authentic self because of the fear of abandonment, or the fear of being unlovable, or being unworthy, or something like that, not feeling as though, you know, this situation is going to work out, or that, you know, you deserve this situation. And this is saying that not all relationships will hurt you. Not all relationships will, you know, make you feel abandoned, or not all situations will make you feel rejected. Not all situations will make you feel alone. You know, in the reverse, this can be speaking of being alone, you know, being orphaned. So being on your own, being abandoned. Not all relationships will make you feel that way. There are healthy relationships that are available to you and on the horizon for you. There are healthy relationships available to you. There is true, deep, fulfilling love available to you. But what we have to do is we have to drop our fears. We have to drop those past beliefs, you know, about fear, about love rather, not being attainable for us, or about love being hard to come by, or about love being hard to achieve and attain. We have to drop these things, and we have to take chances as well. Again, no, not all loves will hurt you, harm you, disappoint you. There is love that is available to you, so allow that to come to you. You know, you are deserving of that. And that is yours, because that is your birthright. So regarding your, oh, here we go. There was one card that fell. Okay, so regarding your empowerment messages, and we'll get into your postcard from Spirit, and that'll wrap up your reading. Your empowerment messages, I have here the cards of flexibility as well as cycles. So you could be going through a cycle within your love life. This could be a cycle of rest, for example, or this can be just moving into a new cycle. You know, it could be a good idea for you to take note of what cycle you are in within your love life, because we may be in a cycle of rest, or we may be in a cycle of, you know, learning or in action, and we may move out of that cycle in a, you know, we may move out of that cycle when it's time for us to apply what it is that we've learned, or move forward. You know, we may have healed during one cycle, and then it's time to apply, you know, what it is that we learn, or apply these changes moving forward. So take note of what cycle you're in, but have flexibility regarding the outcome of this cycle, this particular cycle that you are in, because life is about cycles. It never stays the same. It makes me think of Ecclesiastes 33 in the Bible, where, you know, it's like there's a time for love, there's a time for, I don't know, hate. I don't believe that's what it says, but it's like there's a time for laughter, there's a time to be serious. You know, life is about cycles. It never stays in one place. The only thing that is constant is change. The only thing that is constant is growth, you know, is evolution, if we do take the conscious steps to do that and move forward in that direction. So again, our flexibility, gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you. Bend, don't break. Let me repeat that. Gently flow through the turbulence. Life has the ability to shape you. The cycles that you go through, the experiences that you have, life has the ability to shape you. It's not about the outcome, but it is about the journey. Bend, don't break. Be flexible in how you move forward. Be flexible in the occurrences that you experience in your love life in order to have the best outcome. When we are inflexible, when we are stubborn, that can inhibit or prohibit, you know, growth, movement forward within relationships, movement forward within our love lives. If we don't take the time to compromise, for example, be flexible in our beliefs, be flexible in our actions, that can set up a situation where it's kind of an us versus them thing, because it's like, it's my way or the highway. And if you don't want to go ahead with what I'm doing because I'm being inflexible, because I'm being stubborn, you know, then you could go, which separates you from others. You know, it's about being flexible here. If we want to compromise, we have to be flexible in our approach in order to attain what it is that we desire. So I have his cycles. We are all becoming. Again, life is a journey. We are becoming. Surrender to your changes. Again, the only thing that is constant, Libras, is change. So surrender to your changes. Release your fear Release the fears that you have about the future. Release the fears that you have about releasing this person. This could again be speaking of what you need to release. Surrender to your changes, release your fears. So this release your ex card could speak of releasing your fears, for example. Trust this powerful process that everything is going to work out for your benefit and for your greatest good, because there's no other option. You know, again, our higher powers, they are working for our benefit. They are conspiring, you know, our higher power guides, you know, they're all co-conspiring for our greatest benefit. So for your postcard from Spirit here, last but not least, to wrap up your reading, I have here, Dear You. So Libras, there are times in life when taking a risk is better left for another day. Other times are perfect for taking that leap, no matter how dangerous it may seem. Well, hold on to your parachute strings, for today is leap time. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall. So remember, I was saying again, make that choice, make that decision, and your higher power, your guides, you know, they support you in whatever decision you make, as long as you make that decision. So make that leap, take that step, do that action, do what you are being called to do. Realize that no matter what, we will not let you fall, drown, get lost, or hurt yourself in any way on this one. You know, it's like they got your back. Even if it may feel you are in free fall, we are here for you, and you can stop freaking out about getting hurt. You can stop freaking out about getting hurt and relax into this transition to something new. All the elements are in place, and your soul is ready for a new experience. No matter what you are asking about, it's time to take the risk and do that thing that scares you. No matter what happens, you will land softly right on target. Don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. Again, don't worry about the outcome. Spirit's got that covered. It's taking the leap itself that is the point. We love your courage, so embrace it. Alrighty, my beautiful Libras, that is the reading that I have for you. Those are the messages that I have for you regarding your love and romantic relationships during the month of June 2018. If you would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so at my website, POWERLIFEHYPNOSIS.com. You can also contact me at any time through the Instago app, and I will reply within 24 hours. You can also book a future partner reading with me, as well as a 10, 20, or 30-minute reading with me directly through the description box below. So go ahead and check that out now. If you haven't checked out the first part of this reading, go ahead and do that. Again, the link is in the description box below. Please thumbs up and like this video. If the messages resonate with you, please comment, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already. I love you all, my wonderful, wonderful Libra friends, and I look very forward to seeing you here again for your mid-monthly love readings. I love you, and I'll see you all very soon. Bye, Libras. Mwah.